Glasses are an amazing way to add interest, detail, and dimension to your face. And today, I'm going to help you pick the perfect pair of frames for your specific face shape. So if you currently need glasses to see, congratulations. Don't think of it as a necessity. Think of them as a super cool accessory you get to wear on your face. And for those of you who don't need glasses to see, who cares? You can still grab a sweet pair of frames and rock the hell out of them. The downside to glasses is that they can be crazy expensive. Case in point, my first pair, $700, frames and lenses. It is nuts, but the good news is that with the internet, now you can cut out the middleman. Get some great frames for great prices. For this video, I didn't want to just show you pictures of frames or talk to you about, I wanted to actually show you what the different frames look like on me so you can get an idea of how the various shapes affect the way that you look. Today, I actually partnered up with a great company called GlassesUSA.com. They're offering amazing prescription glasses for 70% off retail prices. GlassesUSA.com has given you a free basic prescription with every pair of frames that you buy. Complete sets of glasses are starting at like 48 bucks before discounts. It's pretty crazy, and it kind of pisses me off when I think about how much money I spent on my first pair. But that's beside the point. Gentlemen, if you want to check out GlassesUSA.com, they're listed and linked in the description along with a great discount code. Now, let's figure out your face shape frame game. Okay, so first things first, determine what your face shape actually is. Now, there are generally 4 basic face shapes. There are some other variations, but you're pretty much going to fit into one of the 4 categories: square, round, oval, or heart/diamond. Really, the easiest thing to do is determine where the widest part of your face actually is. Here's a little cheat sheet. The heart/diamond face shape: the forehead is wide, cheek is wide, but you narrow at the chin. Round, okay, your forehead is rounded, your cheeks are wide, your chin is rounded. Square, your forehead is wide, your cheeks are wide, your chin is wide. Oval, your narrow forehead, wide cheeks, narrow chin. First, let's go over the different face shapes and what glasses are going to work best on them. Let's go back to round face shape for a second. A good rule of thumb is that round faces should choose frames that are wider than they are tall. Here's an example of that type of frame. Notice they're more rectangular. They're very structured and rigid. All right, here is another example, okay? A little bit darker, a little bit fuller, but this is going to look great on somebody that has a round face. Because of the structure, the dimension, it's going to help elongate your face and make you look fantastic. If you've got a very square face, square jaw, the goal is to lengthen and soften the face's natural angularity. Here's an example of a pair of frames that would look incredible on somebody that does have a very structured square face. Notice that they're rounder, okay? The last pair that I showed you were more structured, okay? They had more right angles. These are softer. Another example, okay, right here. Yeah, they look great on me. Well, we'll talk about proportions in a second. But notice, they're softer, okay? It's going to help balance and soften your face. With an oval-shaped face, the idea is to maintain the natural balance. You're looking for symmetrical glasses. Here's a great example of a pair of frames that balances sort of the other 2 styles that we talked about. You've got the rigid structure of the upper portion of the glass, straight, angular, but it also brings in a little bit of softness with the round nature of the bottom of the frames. This is perfect for somebody with an oval-shaped face. Another pair of symmetrical frames that would also look great: something like this. They're balanced, they're symmetrical, they're not too structured, but they're just soft enough to make you look incredible. If you're like me, you've got a diamond/heart-shaped face, and you can pretty much get away with anything you want because your head is shaped a little bit funny. You're a little bit wider up top, it narrows at your chin, so you can pretty much wear whatever you want. Here's a great example of a frame that works well for a guy with a diamond or heart-shaped face. It's a little bit softer up here, not quite so rigid, but it's also soft down below. But the overall feel of the glass is rectangular, so it's sort of like a mix-mash of everything we talked about. All right, here's another example right here, all right? A little bit softer, but there's a little structure. A little bit rounded, but not too much. But this actually brings us to another important aspect of the frame selection process, and that is the proportion or the size of the glass that you're actually wearing. Now, with face shape and frame shape, you want them to contrast. But when it comes to the size of the face and size of the glass, you want them to balance and you want them to match. Now, myself, I've got a small face, so I need a smaller frame. If I went with a big frame, hi. Yeah, these don't work on a few different levels, but it does boil down a lot of times to trial and error. But these are some good general rules and some guidelines to follow the next time you decide that it's time to pick out some super sweet frames. Gentlemen, glasses, frames are an amazing way to add interest, character, detail, and dimension to your face. Don't think of them as a necessity, think of them as a super cool accessory. All the glasses that you saw, if you liked any of them, they can all be found at GlassesUSA.com. They are selling ridiculous frames at incredible prices. Down below is a link along with an incredible offer. Guys, I love glasses, I love style, I love that you watch my videos, so thank you, and I'll see you tomorrow.